Plastic pollution is threatening our ecosystems and also, of course, our own health. And we're already in this, very dangerous spot. So we really need to act. The future is bleak if we continue business as usual. My name is Marijn Tinga. I'm 51 years old. I'm also known as the plastic soup surfer. I'm in the Netherlands. I'm a biologist by trade, and at a certain point I started seeing all this plastic washing up on our Dutch beaches, and I built a surfboard from the plastic material I found, and I surfed that for a record attempt. So I did that several times. I've been windsurfing since I was 8 years old. And then on the other hand, seeing that plastic pollution, that's of course what triggered me, that contrast between, the nature you're looking for and I guess the challenges you are looking for. We're talking about billions of kilos entering our oceans and ecosystems each year, not only the oceans, but also the rivers, the estuaries. And those are the places where sea life lives, of course. And plastic, it's not biodegraded by bacteria, fungi, or microorganisms. It starts suffocating or entangling marine life. So in that way, it is threatening the ecosystems. It breaks up into smaller pieces, microscopically small pieces, which enter the food chain and which also enters our body. And microfibers of plastic in our blood, but also all the additives which are added to plastics are in our blood. And these have effects on the hormone system. And this all has effect on our immune system and our health. And plastic has only been around for 50 years now, and we're already in this very dangerous spot. The future is bleak if we continue business as usual. I built a surfboard from 60 plastic bottles. I kite surfed that from the Netherlands to England across the North Sea. So that's about 200-kilometer trip. And that was the kickoff to a petition to get deposit return instated on plastic bottles in the Netherlands, which we didn't have at that moment. And that record attempt on that board attracted a lot of attention. And through that way, I got 60,000 signatures, took those to Parliament. I was smart enough to also write a resolution, so have the politicians make a promise as well. That resolution was then adopted by the cabinet, and that brought about the policy change. And from then on, I started targeting companies as well and sending bailiffs to company CEOs like Coca-Cola and Heineken and big supermarket chains. And that eventually led up to political change here in the Netherlands, in the sense that we now have deposit return schemes for plastic bottles. In the beginning, I didn't really expect to really make a difference or really engage people, but this changed rapidly when I started targeting politicians in my campaigns. What I'm doing right now is advocating for deposit return schemes in England. So I surfed from Oslo to London, which is 1,600 kilometers, to bring back a bottle I had found on the Swedish coast, and got to talk to the MPs in London, in Westminster, and to advocate for a deposit return scheme over there, because this is a very effective way. And the next stage to this campaign is that I will windsurf from London to Paris. So that's windsurfing and a stand-up paddling up the Seine to get into Paris. So that's coming summer. And I would say the Plastic Soup Surfer's goal is to bring about systemic change, to cut down our throwaway culture as much as possible, to have people understand that it is important that they treat materials, and especially plastic, in a more responsible way, and that we can do this together, and you have your part to play as well. My message to the world, I guess, be aware that you have a part to play within all these environmental challenges, and plastic is very tangible and visible, and if you change your behavior regarding plastic, you are also changing your behavior for a more sustainable future.